Linda McMahon, who is our Department of Education secretary, and the former CEO of WWE, was hacked live on TV. And if you don't know, this is who our Department of Education secretary is.
You're simply a conniving...
What? That's her mother! Oh! Stephanie struck her mother down!
Yeah, so our Department of Education secretary, Linda McMahon. Really nice stuff. Really, really nice. Now, as I said, she was first protested on live TV, being called a corrupt billionaire, and then she got hacked. But first, here's a bit of that protest.
To some of the senators about this, I said, we're going to take this. The funding will come from the Department of Education.
So let's talk free speech. Linda McMahon is a corrupt billionaire donor who knows nothing.
Oh.
Apparently, it's the CCP didn't like that. They're cutting into our technology.
We're getting a little feedback in here.
I think it was a few of the liberal senators in connection with the CCP thought they'd try and cut into that.
So, you know, what's interesting is that when I talked to some of the senators...
I mean, I don't think they know who they're messing with, because I don't know about you, I wouldn't want to mess with someone like this. And as I said, they hacked the audio system that Linda McMahon was using to talk. And watch this.
Since the Department of Education was established, and we've seen our performance scores occasionally tick up a little, but by and large the graph has gone like this. We're not doing something right. Let's make sure that we are changing what we're doing. I'm so happy we're getting to share this feed.
Yeah, I said it's the wonders of hacking, apparently, in the world of free speech. These folks on campus have dealt with this before. If liberals don't like your ideas, they try and shut you down. But these students know if you're under attack, the F's got your back. And even here on this stage, we're not going to back down from the truth.
By the way, Linda McMahon wants to end the Department of Education, and they're doing everything they can to destroy the Department of Education. Whether you think it's been a net positive or neutral, is definitely something worth keeping. I just don't understand why the Trump administration is so intent on just destroying things. They would rather destroy something than improve it. I guess it's much harder to improve something than it is to just knock it down. Now, I'm just going to play this one for you.
That worked. He had his family in the White House. I know that Jared and Ivanka were incredibly helpful to him. But he had to do some staff changes pretty quickly as people understood what his working style was, and he understood, you know, them. So, but this time, you know, he knew the story. He knew how to, you know, how to make things work, how to make things run. He had the people coming in that he really wanted to work with him, and then he'd have this little gap. You know, sometimes kids in college take a gap year. Well, he didn't voluntarily take a gap term, but I think it turned out to be an incredible thing for him. To have that worked.
That's brilliant. We need to do that all the time. Whenever these fools talk, we should just put clown music behind them. I think it would make it a little bit less menacing and actually be a little bit more truthful about what they're saying. Tulsi Gabbard was on Fox News. Also, I don't think she was hacked. I think she's just a hack. She was asked about the Russian hoax that is not real, about Obama and whatever. And Laura Ingraham was trying to give her a layup. And watch what happened. We should have, in honor of Linda McMahon, we should have some clown music on as Tulsi's talking.
You said there was irrefutable evidence that Obama was the mastermind of this intelligence manipulation and the perpetuation of the Russia hoax. What is that irrefutable evidence for our viewers tonight?
Yeah, Laura, you know, as you were playing those clips of these people like Morning Joe seemingly befuddled, saying that by no account is any of this true, I would challenge them to see if they've actually read the documents, every single page of the documents that we've released over the last couple of weeks. If not, go to odni.gov, It's all right there for anyone to see. And those who go in and read this will see how President Obama directed that a National Security Council meeting be called to talk about Russia, that the report that came out of that meeting was filled with tasks that were delivered by James Clapper's assistant to John Brennan and to other elements of the intelligence community. John Brennan was the head of the CIA at the time, all saying per the president's direction, per the president's order. And very specifically, they were tasked to create an intelligence assessment that detailed how Moscow tried to influence the election, not if, but how. And this was the beginning of this manufactured intelligence assessment where they knowingly wrote things in this assessment that were false. And they—
Did you catch that? Could you follow that? I couldn't follow that. I think Laura Ingraham couldn't even hide her face. She was like, what are you talking? Oh my God. And then I want to end with this because Linda McMahon is not a good person. She's not a good person. She wants to take away federal education funding from colleges who I think should be able to make decisions about how they work with their students. I don't think the country or the federal government should be imposing its view on each individual college. And she thinks that they need to return titles that were taken away from women who lost to trans women in sports. And by the way, which is just like the most ridiculous thing for anyone to worry about. As James Tallarico has said, who we featured on the channel before, the country's worried about the wrong 1%. It's not trans people, it's not immigrants, it's not Muslims, it's billionaires like Linda McMahon. So I'm not even gonna play the clip. I guess we could have played the clip with clown music behind it, but why give her any more air? It's all wrong. It's lies, and frankly, it's offensive. But thank you for watching, and thank you to the hackers who did something good today for once. And I'll see you next time.